on Blitz Edge. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to Rising Nations. Today I will be teaching you how to play Rising Nations as a beginner, since it can be a complicated game. Anyways, let's get to it. The first thing you will have to do in-game is pick a country, which for this video I'm going to pick France. Almost all countries are unique with different sizes, resources, and populations, as well as ideologies, which we will get into later. Anyways, when you finally pick your country, the first thing is start game, the hardest and most annoying part of the game. Most countries start game are the same, but here's how it goes. You will press on the flag, go to technology at the top, go to economic at the bottom, press economic improvements, factory output 1, factory output 2. What this does is buffs the product you're making in your factory by 25%. So if you have a pencil factory and you apply this buff, you will be making 25% more pencils. So then after this, you go to country at the top, policies right in the middle right there, and press the Public Service Act. The Public Service Act, just like factory output 2, buffs the amount of product you're going to make in your factory by 20% instead of 25%. So combining these buffs results with a better outcome. So after this, you will go to the square city, right here, go to buildings, and press the electronics factory, go to this one, buildings, steel factory, this one, buildings, motor factory, then go to this square city, buildings, and the fertilizer factory. One in each city. It is better and smarter to put your factory on square cities. These cities are with a population of 1 million, and the more people, the harder it is for that city to be captured, making it better to put factories on them so people cannot take them so easily. Then here's where it gets complicated. By looking at the resource tab and clicking our flag and clicking resources and trade, we will see all our country's resources. Now you can look how many units we're producing and how many we have. Now before we start buying our resources, you need to understand how time works in this game. In 5 days, for example, we get this middle number from our economy every 5 days. We get this many people every 5 days. We get this number of resources every 5 days. Anyways, here's the complicated part. We need to be making 3 tungsten, 1 titanium, 4 phosphate. Also, make sure to not buy bulk, but buy 5 iron, 2.1 gold, and 2.1 copper. And also, try to trade with people whose names are white, because people whose names are yellow are real people if you're playing in a real server and not a private server, and they most likely won't accept your trades. The reason we are buying these resources is because the factories that we just built before require them. Then the factories create materials that we need, consumer goods, which we need to sell them to countries. I understand that this part can get a little bit complicated, so feel free to rewatch this video more than once. Now, you have to justify on these 2 smaller nations. For France, it would be Andorra and Monaco. What you do is hold shift and press on Andorra. Press on their flag, and then press justify war goal, conquest, justify war. Then go over to Monaco, which is right here, combined with the city next to Italy. Hold shift, press on Monaco, press on their flag, justify, conquest, justify war. Now, go to your capital, which is the big square city, press on infantry, auto merge off, and split in half. Put them as close to the city without making them touch the city. Now that the justification is complete, I can declare. Get your other infantry over there. And once your infantry is there, you can declare. Now that some of my infantry is at Andorra, I can declare. Once Andorra's troops are gone, you move your infantry in to take Andorra. Once it says to collapse, what you do, these infantry right here, don't do this. They're too close. They can't be touching the other troops at all. They have to be away from them for you to declare. So now that they're away, I declare. Once Monaco's troops are gone, press on your infantry, move it in to take their city. Then to end the war, you press on Andorra's flag, press on negotiate terms. Then press annex cities, seize state treasury, right click to 74%, then press it, make sure it's green. Seize state resources, right click, 75%, make sure it's green. Send terms, are you sure? Yes. Then move your infantry back to the capital. Same thing with Monaco. Negotiate. The 75% is already set, so seize state resources, seize state treasury, and annex city. Send terms, and then send these infantry back to the capital. 99% of the time, I use these terms. There's only been a few times where I haven't, so you're mainly going to be using these terms. And now, what you do after this is hold Shift or Control on 3 cities. They don't have to be box cities. Buildings, scroll up, press Fertilization Factory once. Once these are built, you sell your consumer goods. But they're not, so for now, I will be building my tanks. What you do is scroll up, and you go all the way to the top here. Then you hold Control or Shift, and put a huge box over France. If this happens, you don't want this to happen. So you put a huge box, you hold Control or Shift first, hold a huge box, and all your cities should be selected. Then, press your units and press tanks 3 times. And now, you're ready to start capturing the world. The game becomes a lot more fun, and this is why players like me try to take a couple months to a year to start the game at most. Now I will explain all the user interface and things you need to know about conquesting and the military in general. First, let's start conquesting by justifying on Belgium. Conquest, justify war. While we wait for that, I'm going to explain the UI. First is ideologies. I don't have time to explain all the ideologies, but if you want another video, 10 likes. But nationalism is the best for a starter. All the policies give unique abilities, and they cost a certain amount of political power. And the Welfare Act costs 40 political power. So that's how much you will lose if you buy that, and this is how much you make every 5 days. This is pretty complicated to get into. This is how you justify in other countries and declare. And if you want another video, I will explain these two for 10 likes. So now, also, modifiers, pretty useless. Rankings, America is in first place, and then I'm in 8th. Then we got factions, no need to explain those, and rankings already went over. Conscription laws, again, you want another video, another tutorial, 10 likes. We will declare on Belgium. Declare war. Put your tanks at the first city. Right there. And once your tanks capture the city and those are dead, send them straight to the capital. Once you see the collapse, auto merge off, hold shift and spam around. And then you have to form the line and put a box over all the tanks. And press auto capture, Belgium. And then after that, you wait for the war to be over. And then press on that, negotiate terms, all 3 of those, and send the terms. I hope you enjoyed this beginner's guide. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.